Good morning, it's Karen at Corrie Paper Crafts here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in central Scotland. I'm saying good morning. It's morning time, really early morning actually, when I'm filming this. I've just taken my husband down to the station. He's working away today, so I thought I've got a spare 5 minutes. I'll just pop on and do a quick video. And it makes a nice change to do a quick one rather than a really long one. And I thought I would just show you the new in colours, the new stamp pads that are coming in a couple of weeks now in the new annual catalogue, but also let you see how to prep your stamp pad. A couple of people have asked me about it, and again I thought it was just easier to do a quick video. So a wee sneak peek of the new colours. We've got Rococo Rose, which is just lovely. There is Terracotta Tile, which I really do like. It's a kind of burnt orange shade. Sorry if you're getting some glare from my lamp, it's just not quite light enough yet. It's only about 20 to 7 or something in the morning here. I quite like that. I've got a few ideas in my head for that one. Pretty Peacock. My daughter actually sent us a video last night of a peacock, or it was maybe a peahen. It looked like a peahen in her front garden, which was just lovely, so she sat and watched that for ages. Seaside Spray, which I really do like. That's a really gorgeous colour. And Purple Posy. So in contrast to last year's in colours, which I've still got another year to run, because if you don't already know, our in colours, we have 5 new in colours every year, but they each run for 2 years, so they cross over for a year. So we've still got a year to go with our current in colours, but these are our new 2019 to 21 in colours. So I'm quite excited that these are a little bit more subtle in contrast to our bright in colours from last year, which I think is lovely, although they're not so subtle when you stamp with them. They've got a nice strong colour. So in terms of prepping a new stamp pad, which is really why I popped on today, you'll see that they've each got a sticker with their name on the end of the box. Now when you get a new stamp pad, they come shrink wrapped in plastic with some labels on the back. So although I've prepped 4 of the new inks, I've left one to let you see today. So I've taken the polythene, the plastic wrapping off, and it's got a label here which has it's got 5 different labels. If I take off the surround, you can probably see it a bit better. I'm hoping there's not a lot of glare on that. So you've got English, French, German, Japanese, and a plain one. So my mother tongue is English, so I'm actually going to take this, and sometimes it's easier to get a hold of it with something else. Take the English label and I'm going to pop it on the end of here like that one, and hopefully get it kind of central. I need to tip it just a little bit till I can see it. It can be a little bit fiddly, and the light's not great this morning either. Sorry about the guinea pigs, again grumping in the background. I'm sure they wait until I start filming. So that's my label on the end of there, so that when they're stacked, as you can see the colours on the end. Now they do stack because they've got little feet in each corner, so these holes correspond with these little feet, and they stack together and they don't go anywhere, which is just great compared to the old style, which didn't really stack very well at all because they had these little or larger feet on them. If you've been with Stampin' Up! A while, you'll be familiar with the old style stamp pads. Boys, shush! So on this one, you'll see that it doesn't stack quite so easily. So I'm going to take, there's another part of this label, I'm going to take that off. But first of all, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take the Japanese label and just on the opposite side of the stamp pad, so that if it's lying facing away from me on the table or whatever, or at a class, if it's in between people on opposite sides of the table, they can see the colour from either end. And the reason I don't pop on the French or the German labels is just because I studied languages at university for a period of time. I did French and German, so I tend to spend my time trying to read the French or the German, whereas I've not studied Japanese and I look more at the colour than the wording, so it just saves me fiddling about trying to remember what the words mean, that's all. But you'll see as well that there's a plain label here, and unlike the old style pads, which do have a little space here, but it's got a big lumpy bit in the middle, which was what helped it to close, these new pads here have a flat bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this plain label, and this is where it does get a little bit fiddly, open up my stamp pad, if I move those out of the way, and then just carefully place, now this will either go very well or not well at all, that's okay, just place that into that gap. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be, just so that when you've got your stamp pad open and you're working with it, then you can see what colour it is, because sometimes when you've got other ink pads open, they can look very similar, so you don't know exactly which colour. This could be Highland Heather. Do I have my Highland Heather to hand? I don't think I do, just to see. No, I don't have it to hand to just let you see how close it is, but if I find, here we are. If I find my Pineapple Punch, which is one of the current in colours for 2018 to 20, you can see from the label it's a very bright yellow, which it is, but when you open it, and I've just re-inked this so the ink's still soaking in, I'm going to have to put some more on. When it's open, if I didn't have that label on there, that's very orange, so if I'm working with yellows, oranges or whatever, then I might use the wrong colour. It is very definitely yellow, and there is a difference, but it doesn't stamp obviously in that colour. So those labels on the inside just help you to see what colour it is you're actually working with. Now, as I said, the little feet help them to stack, but this one isn't fitting in, and if I tip them all up again without dropping them, you can probably see in there that these fit really closely together, but this one doesn't, and it jumps back out again. So what you need to do is, if I can just start at the corner, the backing where your coloured labels were on your ink pad also needs to come off to give you that tight fit so that they stack together. Just peel it off slowly and carefully. If it tears, then you can just peel the last bit off, or if you get any sticky bits left behind, you can just use the label to take off any residual sticky, and that gives you a nice flat surface so that when you come to stack them together, that one doesn't look too happy either, then the little feet slot in and it now won't move. And that's how to set up your stamp pad, so that you've got the colour on the outside, but you've also got the colour on the inside. And that's all there is for today's video. Thanks for dropping in, and I'll speak to you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.